We're recruiting heroes, gathering goods, and taking shortcuts. That's right, it's Merchants of the Dark Road by Elf Creek Games. In this good gathering game of greed and glory, 1 to 4 players take on the role of merchants, leading a wagon of goods and heroes through the towns and mountains surrounding the Dark Road. At the end of 13 rounds of play, merchants will earn victory points based on their accomplishments and acquisitions. The player with the most victory points wins the game. Setup begins with the game board placed center. Set the 6 interlocking pieces together, starting with the Great Bazaar on the top left, and then attach the magnetic market wheel. Love that. Create a supply of dice, coins, and tokens within reach of all players. Note that the goods tiles have 2 sides, basic and upgraded, so start with the basic side up first. Next, select 4 buildings and set them in the building spaces of the kingdom board. For your first game of Merchants of the Dark Road, I recommend the Blazing Quartz Mine, the Oracle of Lumi, Othos Lantern Works, and Yettle's Workshop. Next, open the Great Bazaar by rolling 1 market die. Rotate the market wheel so the result is matching the 5 section. Then place 1 market die on each of the sections with that face up, except for the lowest 1 space, which will be left empty for now. Separate the commissions by their town names. Then shuffle each stack individually, placing them face up in the Queen's Commissions area. Set the Ruins District marker on the bottom left space of the Ruins tablet, along with the Ruins die nearby. Separate and shuffle the event cards by type, the Dark Road deck and the Shortcut deck, placing them face down near the travel area. Place 5 coins at the bottom of the Good Fortune track, along with the stack of wagon upgrade tiles. Shuffle the Companions deck and reveal the top 3 cards in a row. Place 1 travel die on the card in the rightmost space. Set the Dark Market District marker on the south space of the Dark Market ring. Shuffle the starting heroes into a deck and set it aside. Shuffle and place the normal heroes in a face-down deck in the Ringway Inn area and reveal the top 4 into the nearby slots. Do the same for the deed cards in the courtyard area and reveal the top 2. Next, players set up their personal areas. Pick a first player, then in clockwise order, each player chooses a player color and takes the matching wagon board, wagon pawn, which goes on the ringway space next to the Great Bazaar, prestige marker, which goes on the second space of the prestige track, a player screen, 5 coins, which they place behind their screen, 1 horseshoe, 7 night dice, and 1 illuminated die. Set 3 night dice in the locked slots with their values matching the slot number 1, 2, and 3. Then roll the other 4 night dice and set them in the main reserve. Roll the illuminated die and set it in the special reserve. Each player also draws a deed card, looking at it privately and keeping it hidden from the other players, and takes their starting good in turn order corresponding to the market wheel placement, starting with the 5. So the first player takes the good on the current value of 5 coins. The second player takes the good worth 4 coins and also takes 1 coin. Third takes the 3 value good and 2 coins, and fourth takes a 2 value good and 3 coins. Get all that? Good. Each player draws a starting hero from the starting hero deck, playing it face up in one of the hero slots and gaining a bonus on the top left of the card. Finally, shuffle the steed cards and deal 1 of them to each player at random, which they place face up to the right of their wagon. Speaking of wagons, each has an inventory for tokens like horseshoes and blazing quartz, storage, which has size limits requiring the player to set them in any orientation in order to fit within their wagon, a space for night dice, illuminated dice, the locked dice slots, and the action pool, and room for commissions, lanterns, and heroes. Additionally, wagons can receive 1 upgrade per game. Gameplay occurs over 13 rounds, each divided into turns, starting with the first player. On a player's turn, they proceed through 4 steps. Plan, move, activate, and rest. First up, in the plan step, if the 3 locked night dice all have the same value, the active player first may reset them to their starting values. Then they choose a night die from their main reserve and bump it into one of the 3 locked slots, moving the slotted die to the first space of their action pool. They then take the associated action aligned with that slot. In this case, we'd use the first slot, gaining a good associated with that die number. Slot 2 provides 1 lantern token or an illuminated die added to the action pool. And slot 3 provides 2 coins or rotation of the market wheel by 1 space clockwise. Next, in the move step, the active player chooses a die from their action pool to also count as movement, then moves their wagon pawn that many spaces on the ringway. Blank sides count as no movement. After moving, a player may optionally spend 1 horseshoe token to move 1 more space in any direction, but only once per turn. Next, in the activate step, the active player may choose to activate 1 or both of the districts adjacent to their current location using dice from their action pool. Each district has a corresponding space where dice can be placed. If a single night die is in the action pool, then only 1 adjacent space can be activated. But if an illuminated die is also in the pool, the player may activate both spaces and the connecting building between them if one exists. These can be resolved in any order. We'll take a look at the districts and a sample of the buildings in just a second. Finally, in the rest step, the night die used for the activation is returned to the player in a spent pile near their board. Any illuminated dice used are returned to the general supply. Perform any upkeep on the kingdom board, such as refilling any cards that were taken or resetting the market dice. Then play passes to the next player. As rounds progress, the player's main reserves will deplete. Whenever their main reserve is empty, players permanently remove 1 of their spent dice from the game and then re-roll the remainder, placing them back to their reserve without disturbing the 3 locked dice slots. During the last 3 rounds, players have no dice in their reserve and will simply use the night dice from the locked slots. Okay, let's take a look at some of the districts and what they do. The Great Bazaar. The active player may first rotate the market wheel 1 space clockwise and/or change 1 market die on the market wheel to any face, moving it to the section of the wheel that matches that face. Players may take these actions in either order, and there cannot be more than 2 dice in any section. Then, they purchase goods by paying the cost in coins equal to the number of the section, removing the die or dice from that section and gaining the corresponding good. Goods come in 6 types: weapons, staves, armor, potions, instruments, and books. The second die in such a space comes along for free. Players gain the goods to their wagon. Removed market dice will be re-rolled and reset to the market wheel during the rest step. If a result matches a section with 2 dice already inside, re-roll until they show a valid result. The Queen's Commissions! The active player takes the top commission tile from a stack of their choice, placing it in the commission slot of their wagon. These have a number of requested goods and a destination. More on fulfilling these shortly. The Dark Market. The active player moves the district market marker around the ring clockwise, spending 1 coin per space moved, 1 space minimum. So if a player has no coins, they can't activate this space. They then gain the benefit listed. The north, west, and east spaces each provide a pair of goods, while the south space provides either a single commission or a deed. Deeds are personal objectives worth endgame coins, prestige, or victory points. When gaining a deed, the player chooses 1 available and gains the bonus listed in the banner next to its space. They may also draw from the top of the deed deck, but gain no bonus. The Ringway Inn allows the active player to choose 1 of the available heroes. Heroes have a name, class, destination and icon, hero bonus, and requested goods. The player must sell at least 1 of their requested goods at market value. They may sell up to all 3, 1 per request. After selling a good, they take the hero onto their wagon in the hero slot and gain the hero bonus immediately. In this case, a horseshoe. Additionally, when selling goods for requested items, if the item is upgraded, the player also gains a bonus 1 coin and 1 blazing quartz. If the player does not wish to sell to one of the face-up heroes, they may spend 1 prestige to draw 3 heroes off the top of the deck and sell to any of the 7 now available. Place any of the remaining drawn heroes under the deck after taking this action. Jurg's Excursions allows the active player to travel, either to the ruins of Yen or one of the 6 outlying towns. When traveling to the ruins of Yen, the player first moves the district marker clockwise with a minimum of 1 space and optionally 1 additional space per hero on their wagon. They then gain the benefit listed. Finally, they may spend a lantern, returning it to the general supply to roll the ruins die, gaining the benefit listed. When traveling to the outlying towns, the active player becomes the leader of a caravan, which other players may optionally join. The leader then proceeds through the following 4 steps. 1. Prepare the caravan by choosing an available companion and placing it next to the wagon board. They then choose a route along the dark road, follow the standard route where travel comes easier, or take the road untraveled, a shortcut, which costs 3 lanterns. Then also choose a destination, one of the 6 outlying towns. Other players in turn order then declare if they want to join, yes or no. Finally, take a travel die for each player in the caravan. 2. Resolve an event by revealing the top card of the event deck matching the route and read it aloud. Roll all travel dice in the pool, group the result by type, and set them next to the event card. Each player in the caravan must then take a travel die. The order for this draft depends on which route you took. On the standard route, the leader chooses first, then players in clockwise order. On the shortcut, the traveler to the left of the leader chooses first, followed in clockwise order. Before a traveler chooses a travel die, they may spend a lantern to re-roll all remaining travel dice once. When taking a die, they gain the corresponding benefit or cost on the event card. 3. Visit towns. The leader visits the destination town, and then the other players may either visit that same town or the other town in the same region, or they can pass. When visiting, players deliver commissions and heroes into the town they visit. When delivering commissions, players provide 1, 2, or 3 of the goods requested on their commission tile matching that town. They then gain 1, 3, or 6 prestige respectively. The commission tile is then flipped face down into an area known as the merchant's log. When delivering heroes, if their destination matches the town, the player flips the hero face down to their merchant log and gains the benefit of the matching region, in this case, 2 coins. And 4, receive good fortune. The leader receives a bonus known as good fortune. They receive 2 of these bonuses if they traveled via a shortcut. They may choose 2 of the same option twice. The good fortunes include 1 illuminated die, rolled and placed into their special reserve, 1 available deed and its bonus, 3 coins. The first person to take this in a game instead gets the 5 coins that were placed here during setup, or 1 available wagon upgrade. Various buildings in the game provide a bonus activation if their corresponding district spaces are activated on a player's turn. Here's a sample of some of the buildings we might find. In the Blazing Quartz Mine, gain 1 blazing quartz from the supply. Easy. At the Oracle of Lumi, roll the Oracle die, gaining the benefit listed. At Otho's Lantern Works, gain 1 prestige, 1 lantern, and a basic good with a current value of 1. And Yedel's Workshop transforms 1 basic good to its upgraded side and provides a lantern. Rounds continue with players gaining goods, traveling to towns, and taking commissions. At the end of the 13th round, all players get to travel 1 more time. Each player visits an outlying town of their choosing and delivers commissions and heroes. No other effects occur during this travel. Players then tally their final score. Any complete deeds are revealed for in-game prestige or coins, which are also revealed and tallied separately. The lower value between these 2 is your base victory point score. Then count up victory points from other sources, including completed deeds and 1 point per unused illuminated die. The player with the highest score wins. Tiebreakers are resolved by highest discarded base score, most gifts to unloyal companions, most commissions delivered, and finally, most heroes delivered. And that's the basics of Merchants of the Dark Road by Elf Creek Games. The base game comes with some awesome rules variants, including draft options, additional buildings, and solo play. ElfCreekGames.com has all the latest errata and rulebook clarifications. I'm Becca Scott, this is Good Time Society, and you are my choice of hero to take along the dark road. Give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and come on back for great games and good times. We'll see you later.